Hello and welcome to Filbert Flies. 2021 has been an incredible year for Microsoft Flight Simulator. We've seen the first add-on airliners released, we've had some incredible free content from Asobo, Microsoft and their partners, and we've seen a wealth of fantastic new scenery come out. In this video, I'm going to take you through my top 10 payware MSFS add-on airports as of the 6th of December 2021. Coming up with a top 10 has not been at all easy this year. There have been so many great releases from so many different scenery designers that I've been scratching my head and compiling and recompiling this list for days. This video looks only at airports which serve airliners. There are many great smaller airport add-ons out there, some of which rival those in this list. But, as I know the majority of you like your airliner flying, and because it's just impossible to compare something like Burning Blue Design's Popham with, say, Flytampa's Las Vegas, I've had to draw the line somewhere. So what makes these 10 airports the best? Well, I've reviewed a lot of airports over the past year and a half, and I've flown to even more on my live streams. These are the ones that have made me feel the most like I'm really there. So without further ado, let's get started. At number 10, we have A Coruña by TDM Scenery Design. This is a fantastic little airport. It's full of character and detail from front to back. There are passengers and airport staff all over the place, flags which flutter in the wind, and lovely weathered textures. TDM have even included a number of landmarks in the town of A Coruña itself, as well as a fully modelled port, complete with ships. At number 9 we have Krakow by GeForce Design, featuring not only the main John Paul II airport, but also a second airport closer to the city, the Polish Aviation Museum, and a number of city centre landmarks. GeForce have done a great job all round at this airport, with a nice interior, the best looking glass I've ever seen, and high quality static aircraft, complete with passengers boarding them. In 8th place is Jetstream Design's Milan Linate. All of Jetstream Design's airports are fantastic, but their latest release really stands out. It has incredible ground textures, beautiful modelling not only of the terminal, but also of the buildings that run along the side of the apron, very impressive scratched windows, fantastic night lighting, and a huge amount of landside detail as well. Seventh place goes to NZA Simulation's incredible Nelson scenery. Nelson is such a stunning location, and NZA have pulled out all the stops to create an airport worthy of its surroundings. Every corner of the airport features a level of detail that we rarely see in flight sim add-ons, from the fully modelled terminal interior to the grain of the wood on the building to the cars in the car park. This airport is a real feast for the eyes. At number 6 is GeForce Design's Washington National. This airport stands out for the exceptional quality of its modelling. The terminal's architecture is spectacular, and it has been faithfully recreated in the sim. So have all of the interior fixtures and fittings, right down to details such as working escalators. The night lighting is amazing as well. There's no other airport out there that has impressed me this much when looking around the interior after dark. In 5th place we have Flytampa's Las Vegas, which was released just slightly too late to make it into last year's top 10. And what a fantastic add-on it is. Not only a super realistic recreation of a huge airport, with great textures on the ground and buildings, and a vast modelled landside area, complete with a working elevated road network and trains, but also the entire Las Vegas Strip modelled in stunning detail. In 4th place is Pyrrhe's Glasgow. As with all of their releases, Pyrrhe haven't only focused on the passenger terminal here, although this of course looks amazing. Every inch of the airport features high quality modelling and super crisp textures, from the hangars to the perimeter fence to the custom ground vehicles. And that's before we even get started on the quality of the terminal interior, the passengers, the runway textures, which are probably the best I've ever seen, the included heliport in Glasgow city centre. It's really, really good. In at number 3 is Flytamper's Athens. Flytamper's latest release features the very best of what they've become known for over the years. The best ground textures in the business, realistic weathered building textures, a huge amount of detail in the modelling, and also some fantastic finishing touches that take the realism to the next level. Things like animated trains, fluttering flags, and animated people. Yet another masterpiece. At number 2, and coming very, very close to taking the top spot, is Flightbeam's Auckland. This is one of the greatest sceneries of all time, and I don't even fully understand what makes it so good. Yes, it has all the hallmarks of a great scenery, from the detailing on the jetways, to the incredibly realistic ground textures, to the intricate modelling of the lattice work above the hangars. But it's got a certain something besides all that I just can't put my finger on, that really, really makes you feel like you're actually there. It's a brilliant piece of work. And finally, the moment you've all been waiting for. At number 1, we have what is, in my opinion, the best add-on airport ever released for any flight simulator. It is Pyreek's Edinburgh. Pyreek has consistently pushed the boundaries of what's possible in a Microsoft Flight Simulator scenery, and Edinburgh really has it all. The best models, the best building textures, the best ground textures, the best interiors, the best ground clutter, the best landside area, and definitely the best animated Archimedes screw. Every building is a pleasure to look at, from the main terminal to the smallest shed. It's an airport that I always get excited about flying into, and I'm always slightly reluctant to leave again. And that concludes the top 10 for 2021. I'd like to finish up by saying a big thank you to everyone who's made this such a great year for me and for my channel. The developers, both payware and freeware, who have made all of the big 3 flight sims infinitely better in a myriad of ways. The people who have watched my videos and live streams here and on Twitch. The people who have been so incredibly generous with their donations via Streamlabs, buymeacoffee.com, TwitchBits, gifted subs, and super chats. And last but not least, the true elite in the flight sim community, the Club Filbert members. Thank you all very much indeed. This definitely isn't the last you'll hear from me for the year, but if I don't see you before, have a great festive season. Happy landings to all. Bye bye.